Hello, everyone, and welcome to Northdale Middle School Pool for CTN's live coverage of boys high school swimming and diving. Tonight, the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the Park Center Pirates. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro high above the action, and Howie, it's nice to be warm in the middle of the winter.
Oh, yeah, you know, I could have used this about a week ago, but it's definitely nice to be warm in the middle of winter. And this will be an interesting match between these two teams. Park Center comes in here, just 12 swimmers on the roster, so we're going to have kind of a quick meet here tonight. Well, there'll be just one exhibition and one JV event in the 50 free, and everything else will be the varsity. And there's a look at head coach Robin Thorson, Park Center head coach. And this is gonna be a quick moving meet, Joe, I would imagine. We do have diving, and just four divers.
Yeah, only one event that will have a break for a JV event, because both teams.
Your favorite.
Yeah, and it'll be a short break because it is the 50 free.
Well, it'll be an exhibition first, and then a JV, and then the varsity.
So we will move right along, and not a lot of commercial breaks, as is typical with our swimming and diving coverage.
And you'll see swimmers in lanes 1 and 8 this evening as well, and those are JV or exhibition swimmers in those lanes. Head coach Marcia Ford. Coon Rapids Cardinal head coach. They're very accommodating here. They get us lineups with everything right before, so we're all prepared, so we can just come in here and talk about the events.
We will start with the 200 medley relay. And I believe both of these teams come in looking for their first win of the season. But we've talked about, on Sports Night, we've talked about the swimming and diving team for Coon Rapids all season long. Not a lot of numbers, but they do have a couple of top guys who have done very well. And just last week, although they didn't get a victory, they did have 35 best times in last week's meet.
Well, and that's what we talked about on Sports Night, is that, you know, they said from the beginning out, Coach Ford said, we just want to better our times each and every meet, and to get those kind of personal bests here in the last meet, it's got to bring a lot of gratification to the program, the swimmers, and the coaches.
So as I mentioned, we will start with the 200 medley relay. Coon Rapids swimming in lanes 3 and 5, Park Center in lanes 2 and 4. And as you had talked about, in lane 1, there will be a Coon Rapids team in lane 1, but that is an exhibition round. For Coon Rapids in lane 3, you have Timothy Plessel, Branson Palzer, Zachary Olson, and Mark Dammel. In lane 5, Austin Frazier, Jonathan Kutsky, Alex Schmidt, and Nick Plessel. For Park Center in lane 2, Nicholas Scoff, David Freitag, Mitchell Knox, Riley Peterson, and in lane 4, Hui Pham, Luke Strom, and Eric Marcotte.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a new scoreboard from the last time we were here? I believe so.
No, it is not.
No, is it? Okay, I thought it was.
No, all kinds of improvements have been made around Coon Rapids athletics the last couple of seasons. But yes, a very highly sophisticated scoreboard to help us out. Austin Frazier with the early lead for Coon Rapids up there in lane 5. He's got a full body length as he gets close to the wall, ready to send John Kutsky in, and he does so with a big lead. Park Center in lane 4, Hui Pham in second. And Park Center in lane 2 gets David Freitag on in running in third place.
Well, that Cardinal team has a nice lead as Kutsky got a nice jump into the water and trying to extend that.
Pham is cutting into it well here in the breaststroke and is challenging
Yeah, he really did cut that lead down by considerable margin.
Alex Schmidt into the water with a little bit of a lead over Luke Strom, but Strom is right there with him, about a half a body length, not even a half a length behind as they hit the turn on the butterfly portion. So we should have a good race. You saw Strom take a quick look over to his right as he passes Schmidt and takes the lead.
Yeah, very strong swimming towards the wall.
So Eric Marcotte will get into the water in the lead for Park Center, and Nick Plessel will have to try and track him down. Is back by about a length and a half.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one at this point. Cardinals got off to a nice lead early on, but give credit to Park Center. They did a nice job of cutting into that lead, and they're going to take the first place right here. Cardinals will get the second.
158.72, so almost a 5-second victory for Park Center.
A nice way for Park Center to start this meet off.
They jump out with the first and third finish. They will jump out to that quick 10-4 lead. It was a nice swim for Austin Frazier, one of the team captains, and he's one that has really been putting in some very nice times throughout the first portion of the season. And he did a great job in the backstroke, getting Coon Rapids the lead, but the rest of the team just could not hold on. A nice job by Park Center, Pham, Strom, and Marcotte as they came from behind early and swam away with the victory.
Well, Pham did a nice job of cutting into that lead that Frazier had built for Coon Rapids, and he was pretty much the catalyst to get them going. And you're right, though. The rest of that team for Park Center did a nice job of continuing on and getting that first place finish.
So we move on to the 200 free. Park Center will send Hui Pham, Nick Shaw, Nick Scoff, and Coon Rapids will have Patrick Schultz and Andrew Tate. Timothy Plessel would be swimming in lane 7 for the Cardinals. So we'll have no one in lane 6. Plessel will be up on top by himself.
Well, there's an opportunity for Coon Rapids, see if they can get some additional points here to try and get the lead after that first event.
All right, next up is the varsity heat of the 200 freestyle.
Out of the blocks, Nicholas Scoff has the slight lead. Andrew Tate Andrews, rather, trying to stay right with him as they. Back, Hui Pham actually down at the bottom is cruising way out front. But, you know, in the 200, you have to pace yourself a little bit. We'll see if Pham is able to continue that pace. Typically, you see those stronger swimmers in those middle lanes. And maybe a little trickery putting Pham down, because Pham is running away with it at this point. He's got about a 3-length lead over Andrews, who's running second just ahead of Scott.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if he can keep this pace up, because as you mentioned, you know, in this event, you get to start strong out in this particular event, and again, he has an opportunity to see if he can get those points for Park Center, but it doesn't look like he's slowing down at all at this point.
Well, just over midway through. Andrews starting to pull away a little bit from Scoff as they hit the wall at the far end. There you see Pham.
Again, now
with just 50 left, he's slowed a little bit, but he's got a very big lead. Well, and I don't think Andrews is going to be able to challenge that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Andrews to come back at this point, but you're right. Pham did slow down just a bit, but he had big enough lead where he could afford to slow down a little bit and could just continue a steady pace. And he is going to be able to take that opportunity for Park Center.
And Patrick Schultz right now challenging and overtaking Nicholas Scoff as they hit that final turn. Andrews is going to finish this one in second place, but this is going to be a battle for third as Schultz is challenging. Schultz pulling ahead a little bit. He is going to get to the wall in third place, and that's a big finish for for Patrick Schultz, just a freshman, picking up the third place finish for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that way Coon Rapids gets the points second and third, which will keep things close for them. Good job by the youngster to close there to finish third.
Second place, Park Center, and in first place, the Coon Rapids team of Frazier, Kutzke, Schmidt, and Fussell. Their time, 1:58.72. Our next event is the varsity heat of the 200 individual medley.
There you see the finish there for Pham, able to take the first place finish. Increase.
And just like that, we're ready to dive in for the 200 IM. Coon Rapids will send Zach Olson, Alex Schmidt, and Miles Pluger in. Park Center has Kui Pham and Mitchell Knox.
We talked about this one. This meet's going to go quickly because of the fact there's very little JV just in the one event.
And Pham is the one in lane 4. He has the lead as he reaches the end of the butterfly portion. He's the one that had that very strong second leg of the 200 medley and helped get Park Center right back into that one, which they would eventually win. Alex Schmidt right on his heels, just about a full body length behind. And those two are battling for first and second place. Down to the bottom of your screen, you have Mitch Knox and Zach Olson from Park Center and Coon Rapids as well, respectively, and they are battling for that third position. Great turn, though, for Zach Olson, and he's got a bit of a lead as they head back to the wall. You see the leaders hitting the breaststroke now, and they are pretty much stroke for stroke.
They really
are.
a
little bit of a lead. Well, and this is the stroke that he showed such strength and speed in to help cut that lead in the medley relay.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. That was his strength, and you see it's his strength coming down here.
Able to once again get out to about a body length lead over Schmidt as he tags the wall and heads back with the freestyle, and we'll see if Schmidt can track him down.
He's doing a nice job of staying with him.
Right together as they hit the turn, and Schmidt really pushing off the wall. A great turn for him, and he may just be able to pull this out at the end. It's going to come right down to the wall, and Schmidt is going to get the victory.
And that was an impressive.
No, Pham got the win. That's what it says up top.
Oh, I don't know. I thought.
Looked to me like Schmidt tagged first. But it's going to be a difference of 1/100th of a second. 2:19.02 versus 2:19.03.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it looked to me like he touched first, but obviously Pham did a good job of getting the wall just that split instance quicker.
Zach Olson will cruise to the wall all alone in third place. And up in lane 7, Miles Pluger may just be able to get that 4th place finish ahead of Mitchell Knox.
And I think he's going to get
it. And he is.
Yep. Wow, that was an excellent race right at the finish. You can't get much closer than that, Joe.
With that, we will take a short break, and we will be back with more. No, absolutely can't get a closer finish than that. 1/100th of a second.
Wow.
After 3 events, it's Park Center 25, Coon Rapids 19. You're watching live boys high school swimming and diving on CTN.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Another look at the photo finish between Pham and Schmidt, just right down to the wall.
It really was. Look at that. Wow.
See, I still look at it. It still looks like Schmidt got there, but I guess tagging technique goes to Pham. He gets that 1/100th of a second win.
Got longer fingers, maybe.
Now time for the splash and dash, the 50 free.
Your favorite, Joe Young.
Always. We have Riley Peterson, Eric Marcotte, and David Freitag for Park Center. For Coon Rapids, Mark Dammel, Nick Plessel, and Seth Roden. Perhaps we're moving too fast for the scorers table.
Apparently.
Moving too fast for us.
Yeah, we're used to having a break in between every event.
Previous heat from lane 2.
And they're double checking a time from the JV event. That's why they are the nature of our little bit of a delay here. But
you got to make sure everything's correct.
Again, we have a score. I have a score, I should say, of 25-19 in favor of Park Center. But it did not sound as if that was the score they announced while we were on break. During the diving portion, we'll have a little bit of downtime, and we'll get down there and get that all straightened out. And so now we're ready for the varsity 50 free. They're up on their blocks and ready to get this one underway.
Just a quick one.
In Park Center in 2 and 4, that is Peterson and Marcotte jumping out to that early lead. Marcotte running away with this one. Plessel being tracked down by Dammel. But Marcotte, a nice race, finishing in 23.79.
Yeah, so the Cardinals have finished 2, 1 and 3 for Park Center as far as the points go. Oh no, they say that Peterson finished second.
Riley Peterson, yeah, in lane 2, finished in second place.
Yep.
They took my scores away as I was trying to get him in there. But we will take a short break, and they will get ready for the diving competition. That's coming up next on CTN. Back at Coon Rapids Northdale Middle School pool, Aaron Rosso.
He knew it coming off the board.
Not what he was looking for.
He knew it when he came off the board.
It was supposed to be the reverse dive in a tuck position. Got way out off the board and no backwards rotation. And now we have Garrett
mulligans?
Nelson. That's more what the reverse dive in the tuck position is supposed to look like. And Garrett Nelson going to get a couple of 3.5s across the board, a 16.8.
Next diver is Cole with number 302C, reverse 1 somersault tuck, 1.6.
Cole Johnston doing a reverse 1 somersault in the tuck position. Wow, great height off the board.
Yeah, nice entry as well.
And he was able to stretch himself out, hit the water relatively straight.
A nice score, 6.5, 6.0, 6.0.
Just slight over rotation causing the big splash.
But good scores nonetheless.
Ethan Strom, it was supposed to be a reverse drive in the straight or layout position, and that's a little bit of over rotation for him. And much like Rosso's first attempt off the board, not going to get him any points.
No.
So Rosso back up. He's going to do a back somersault in the tuck position.
So 1.5 degree of difficulty.
And that was much better than the first attempt. And
decent
didn't
scores.
Quite get around to be perpendicular.
No.
But
5.5, 5.
got his body nice and straight.
Yeah, he did.
Number 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2.
Garrett Johnson doing a forward dive in the tuck position.
Score a 4, a 4.5, and a 4 for Garrett Nelson.
Our next diver is Cole with
Scores of 15 overall, bringing his total to 31.8. Cole Johnston up next. A reverse 1 somersault with a half twist in the free position.
Yeah, had a nice dive first attempt. It's a 1.8 degree of difficulty.
Gets great height off the board.
See what his scores are.
Didn't get quite as much twist as he would have liked, but
got 4s across the board.
to bring up Ethan Strom, he's going to do a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position. Good body position, and he got himself around, got pretty well straightened out before he hit the water. 6.5 across the board.
Yeah, that's a nice score.
It'll put him into second place. 33.15 is going to be the best single dive score so far. Aaron Rosso, forward somersault with a full twist in the free position. Legs came across, came apart a little bit.
He scored 2 6s and a 5.
Forward 1 somersault, tuck 1.4.
Garrett Nelson, a forward somersault in the tuck position.
So the scores come up 5.5, a 5, and a 3.5.
Next diver is Cole with number 202C, backward
Cole Johnston coming up with a back flip, tuck position. Again, gets really good height off the board. Good rotation up high. Broke out of it. Got his body nice and straight.
A 6.25 5.5. Well, look at the elevation, and again, for the most part, got that body straight.
Ethan Strom, a forward 2 somersault. Double in the pike position. Again, good body position. He does a great job of keeping his body and his legs nice and straight. Bent a little bit on entry, but
decent score, 6.6 5.5.
And that will keep him in second place midway through. Back to the top, Aaron Rosso. Inward somersault. Little bit too much rotation.
Yeah.
He got great speed on the rotation, but as he came out,
came in at a bit of an angle too.
Continues that rotation continues to see his feet go out back behind him.
Got a couple of 4.5s and a 4.
Inward dive in the tuck position. He went off to the side a little bit, and that'll cost him.
That's going to give him 2 4s and a 3 on that dive.
Cole Johnston will be doing that same dive. Nice and straight. Body started to lean back a little bit too much.
But the water should get decent scores.
Very
here,
impressed though. Every time we've seen Cole dive, great height off the board.
2 6s and a 5.5.
This should be the highest degree of difficulty we'll see right here, the forward somersault with a full twist. Little too much rotation, went in a little over from straight. I'm not sure he got the rotation. Oh, quite, yeah, he got the rotation
he got
around.
A 6, a 5, and a 4.5.
That puts him into the lead after round 4 at 102.85. Aaron Rosso, an inward somersault with a half twist in the free position. Legs didn't get quite straight, but the rotation's fast. Doesn't get a ton of height off the board.
Well, he got a nice score, 6.5, 6, and a 5.5.
They're whipping through this so fast, I missed his score again. Garrett Nelson, a back dive in the straight position. Long way from the board.
Yeah, went in a little bit of an angle. See what they give him, a 3.5 and 2 4s. He'll get his body totally straight at the end.
Cole Johnston, an inward somersault in the tuck position.
1.6 degree of difficulty.
And again, getting that good height,
Right.
that makes so much difference.
I think he'll get a decent score here. Yes, 6.5 to 5.5. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to.
Especially when you're talking twists or somersaults, gets so much height off the board,
Right.
makes it easier to complete those before hitting the water, and he got his body back pretty straight. Back somersault in the layout position.
That was a nice dive.
And it was. Kept his body very rigid.
Oh, 3/7. That's big. That's gonna push his lead.
Yeah, he didn't quite get back to vertical.
Best score of the night.
But you know, give him a lot of credit for how well he keeps his body straight. Final round, Aaron Rosso. And he had it. He did. He had a great dive, but then a little too much spin at the end. It goes over a little bit and has that big splash, but finishes with a solid 138.45.
Yeah, a 6, a 5.5, and a 5 on his final dive.
Back dive with a half twist in the straight position for Garrett Nelson. Left the board kind of sideways.
Yeah, didn't get the release he wanted to from the board. Got a 3, a 3, and a 2.
Now Cole Johnston, he is attempting a little bit more difficult dive than Ethan Strom behind him, but he trails by a little more than 9 points. So he's got to have a big dive here. It's a forward
real big
1.5 in the tuck position. Again, gets that real nice height off the board. Legs came apart just a little bit, but solid scores puts him at a 156.4 for the finish. And Ethan Strom, an inward dive in the tuck position. And as long as he can land this one cleanly, he should take first place. And he did a very nice dive. Feet came over the top a little bit. But you know, very impressed in all of his dives. His ability to keep his body really, really rigid. Remember, he's going to win it. He's going to take first place with a 160.95, and you had to throw out his first dive, which he did not complete. So he scores a 160.95 really with only 5 dives because the first dive had no points.
Well, Cole Johnson did a nice job at that final dive to try and cut into that lead because it was 9 before. So he was able to get a decent score, but give credit to Strom as he's able to win this event.
We will take a break and be back with more swimming and diving from Northdale Middle School Pool right after this.
If you store your guns properly,
I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
please.
Do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Back in Northdale Middle School Pool, ready to get this one back underway. Swimmers on the blocks for the 100 butterfly. Park Center a 40-34 lead after diving. And away they go. Park Center Sends Eric Marcotte and Luke Strom in for Coon Rapids. It's Zach Olson in lane 3, Tate Andrews in lane 5, and Seth Roden up in lane 7. Luke Strom with the lead at the first turn. And it's Eric Marcotte running second down here in lane 2. So Park Center running 1-2 as they reach the midway point. Tate Andrews is in third place in lane 5 for the Cardinals. And the two Pirates are going to make this a race between the two of them.
Strom with a short lead.
Marcotte coming on strong, though. I think Marcotte's going to win this one.
I think he's definitely going to win this one. I think he's got a little bit of a push
might want to
right
look
at the
over
end.
his left shoulder to see where his teammate is.
He's got it.
But Marcotte is going to win this one in lane 2.
Now this is going to push Park Center's lead up. They were up by 6 before this event. As you mentioned, they'll take first and second. Coon Rapids will take third.
Fourth and fifth.
There it is. Marcotte did a nice job of catching Strom and passing him.
We're ready for the varsity heat of the 100 freestyle.
Yeah, they're moving quickly here. We're going to go right to the next event, the 100-yard freestyle.
Pushes the lead to 50-40 for the Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates able to pick up an additional 4 points after that event.
Coon Rapids with 2 guys running exhibition in lanes 1 and 8.
Yep.
Nick Plessel in lane 3, Austin Frazier in lane 5, and John Kutsky in lane 7. Park Center has Riley Peterson in the 4th lane and Noah Drake in the 6th. And right now, Austin Frazier setting the pace in lane 5, way in front of the pack as they reach the 50-yard mark.
Well, we saw Frazier set the pace in that first event and get Coon Rapids that early lead in the 200 medley.
John Kutsky up in lane 7 may have an opportunity to battle for second place against Riley Peterson. Austin Frazier is cruising to the victory here. Peterson's got about a half a body length.
Yeah, he's going to hold on.
Over Kutsky, and he is going to hold on. Kutsky will finish 3rd with Plessel in 4th.
And there's the finish for Frazier. Able to touch the wall first. Cardinals get that first place finish.
Well, and
so they got a first
looks
and a
like
third.
They scrubbed Kutsky's numbers, so I don't know if he DQ'd or what, but he's not up there. That's where we ran into trouble with the scoring early on. We had a couple of DQs in the 200 medley relay, and there was another DQ in the 200 IM. I mean, Kutsky clearly was in 3rd place. But no score on the board, and they're trying to figure that out beneath us. They're checking on the pad up there in lane 7.
Or if he just didn't. Oh, now they.
Well, yeah, but
yeah, they touched that pad, I think, and.
So I'm lost because now they adjusted it. He got 3rd. Plessel got 4th.
Right.
5th place went to lane 1, but that was an exhibition. So I think 5th place just goes to Noah Drake for Park Center.
All right, we are ready to get underway with the varsity heat of the 500 freestyle.
Upcoming, the long distance event, the 500 free. Kui Pham, the only pirate swimmer in the water. Cardinals are Patrick Schultz, Alex Schmidt, and Mark Dammel.
So did you figure out the score here yet?
I'm working on it. Give me a second here.
Take your time. We have nothing but time. This is a long race.
So I believe, if I am not mistaken, which it's quite possible I am.
No.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's very possible. But according to my calculations, the Park Center Pirates got 5 points in the 100 free. The Coon Rapids Cardinals got 11. That would make the team score 55-51 in favor of Park Center. Now, Coon Rapids, even if Pham wins, Coon Rapids should get points here.
Right.
Because even if they finish 2, 3, 4, that's 9 points to the 6 for first place. But it's a long race.
It is.
Pham and Schmidt pacing one another.
Well, yeah, and you can see it. They're just pacing each other. Just
but very,
steady
very,
stroke.
very, very early on.
Yep.
And there is no reason to try and run away with this one early.
No, we'll have highlights certainly of this event and a number of other things for you on Sports Night. We're trying to figure out highlights. We're trying to figure out when we're going to do it. When we're actually going to record Sports Night. We have a couple of.
It is not going to be live at 7:30 on Monday.
No.
Well, we could do it late Monday night, but that would be inconvenient for Howie Shapiro.
Yes, that will not be happening. I'm in bed by late on Monday night.
We were going to do it Tuesday afternoon, but that is inconvenient for Highlights Headed.
Well, I think he's still trying to work something out for that, but I could be incorrect.
Well, he could just bring his kids with us.
Well, I think that's what may happen.
And they could do sports.
Run camera.
Anchor.
Yeah. They could anchor.
I mean, it's not that difficult.
It's
if
easy.
you and I can do it,
anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it. Bobo the chimp.
Well, as my boss has mentioned, a trained monkey with a clipboard could do the jobs that I do. We do it at my other job, so anybody could do it.
Well, halfway through, and Pham stretching the lead a little bit over Schmidt. I mean, not anything too drastic.
No, still plenty of time, or plenty of way to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. He's got a couple of lengths on Schmidt. Schmidt's scorekeeper there, trying to encourage him to pick up his pace a little bit. Pham is overtaking Patrick Schultz in lane 3.
Well, if you're not at a live event that we do, if everybody knows, if you don't know, we are on YouTube. There you see the way to get to us, youtube.com/CTN Studios. You can see all the live events that we do during the regular season.
I was on it Wednesday morning.
You were?
I was.
Okay.
I was on it Wednesday morning watching a little bit from the game Tuesday night that we did,
How'd
the
we
girls
do?
hockey game. We did okay.
Okay.
I was great. You were.
Well, that's
you
part for the course.
You brought it down.
I have to bring the level down a little bit because in your contract you have to be the best one.
Well, in every other sport, you carry the show.
But it's hockey.
No one knows.
It's hockey.
No one does.
It's your sport. That's your sport.
Right. No, I was watching it, and the video is so awesome, full HD, and I was just I was reviewing not so much our performance, but looking back just at some of the key plays in that girls hockey game. It was an exciting one. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, it went in favor of the Andover Huskies.
It did.
In the final seconds.
12.5 were left.
Yeah, and it was a game that they outplayed the Andover for most of the contest. And credit to the Huskies, they really picked up their game the last 7 or 8 minutes of that game, and they came back and they got the win.
They did. They did. They fought back, and in a period that the Cardinals usually own this year in third period, the Huskies did a good job of taking it over.
Pham making for his last 50, and he's got this one relatively sewn up as he's got about a half a length lead, half a pool length lead, that is, as he reaches the final turn. And he has had a relatively impressive evening.
He has.
So far, just an 8th grader. He will take first place in 5 minutes, 30.47 seconds. Schmidt is going to get to the wall in second place in 5:42.24.
You see the winner of this race. Good swim for him. He's able to pace himself well, and then a little over halfway he decided he was going to take the lead and didn't relinquish it from that point.
And again, a pretty impressive evening he has had thus far. He was part of that winning relay team in the 200 medley relay. And then grabbed first place in the 200 IM as well.
And he's got to turn around and swim immediately in the 200 free. Get a little time to recoup. Here's the
Patrick Schultz has made his final turn and is heading for home. He will finish third, and the scoreboard cut out on him. He will get third place, though.
This is a long event. I give credit to anybody who swims half of it.
Yeah, I would. Pretty sure you would want paramedics on station if I even attempted it.
I just like a little boat, and then I could go back
right.
and forth. A little raft.
Here are your results of the 100 freestyle. In fifth place is Noah Drake of Park Center. Fourth place, Nick Russell of Coon Rapids. Third place, Jonathan Kutsky of Coon Rapids. Second place, Riley Peterson of Park Center. And first place, Austin Fraser of Coon Rapids with a time 54.62. The score after the 100 freestyle, Park Center 55 and Coon Rapids 51.
Okay, so I had the correct score after the 100
100 I was very
free.
impressed. I'm very impressed.
And if I am not mistaken,
and it happens so rarely.
Well, in this sport it happens a lot. But if I am not mistaken, the score after the 500 free should be Park Center 61 and Coon Rapids 60.
We have a barn burner.
Four events remaining, and we are underway with the 200 free relay. Exhibition at the bottom in lane 1 for Coon Rapids. In lane 2, we have Riley Peterson, Nicholas Scoff, Mitch Knox, and David Freitag for Park Center. In lane 3, it's Miles Pluger, Zach Olson, Seth Ruggroden, and Patrick Schultz for Coon Rapids. Kui Pham, Luke Strom, and Eric Marcotte, the same group that won the 200 medley relay.
And they have a big lead so far.
That is them in lane 4.
Yep.
Cardinals swimming with Tate Andrews, Aaron Grasso, John Kutsky, and Nick Plessel in lane 5. And in lane 6, Park Center, Garrett Nelson, Ethan Strom, Penkang Yang, and Noah Drake. And yeah, the Pham brothers give a huge lead to Luke Strom in lane 4. And this is going to be a race for second place, it looks like. between right now Mitch Knox in lane 2 and John Kutsky in lane 5 for Coon Rapids. Strom hits the wall and gets Marcotte into the water, and he should have no problem getting down and back and getting his team the win.
Yeah, he's a strong swimmer. That's a strong team.
Kutsky is going to tag up and give Nick Plessel a chance to take that second place position. A nice job by him to overcome Mitch Knox. David Freitag down here in lane 2 is going to try catch up. Plessel is able to get the wall in second place, so and a big event for Park Center.
Yeah, they had a slim lead, that 1-point lead, but this is going to push their lead up. Getting a first and a third. Well, you see the finish for that team. Park Center team doing a nice job of getting the first place finish. Joe Young, you are correct.
I am correct. And if I am not mistaken, again, through the 200 free relay, we have Coon Rapids trailing Park Center 71-64.
Yeah, that was a big event for the Pirates to push their lead up.
Now the 100 backstroke.
3 events remaining.
Well, the Cardinals need some first place finishes.
They do.
They really do. I mean, they've got the numbers on their side, which will definitely help, but first place finishes is what they need right now. And here's a good opportunity to get it with Austin Frazier in lane 5, swimming in the backstroke. And he is a big lead.
He does.
After the first turn. Another midway through, he's running away with this, and Huifam is pretty comfortable in second place. The race really right now is Mitchell Knox against Timothy Plessel down here in lanes 2 and 3 at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, Austin Frazier doing a nice job of maintaining that lead.
Yeah, he's fast, especially in this event. This is one of his stronger events. But we'll want to change our focus as we watch him get to the wall for the final length down here at the bottom of the screen in lanes 2 and 3. Plessel right now is holding on to that third place. Ooh, and a tough turn for Mitchell Knox should solidify it. And Plessel will get there easily. And now up top, Nick Leonard actually making a good push. And he will finish in 4th place. So a 1-3-4 finish for the Cardinals, and Knox just a tough finish at the end.
Yeah, this match, the meet will come right down to the very end. But a nice swim for Austin Frazier. He's able to capture first place.
Just a reminder, swimmers, we do need you to stay off of the bulkhead. Thank you. Here are your results of the 200 freestyle relay. 3rd place, Park Center. And 2nd place, Coon Rapids.
Cardinals with a nice event there. Doing a nice job of catching up in points.
Their time, 1:40.76. Score after the relay, Park Center 71 and Coon Rapids 64.
Okay, so
you are correct there.
100 back. If I have scored it correctly again, checking my math.
Well, your math?
Something doesn't make sense to me.
Just something.
But yeah, it does now that I look at it again. Coon Rapids trailing 76-75. 2 events left. But they will take the lead after this event.
Yeah, just one Park Center swimmer.
Yeah, so Park Center really, the best they can do, if Luke Strom is able to get the win here in the 100 breaststroke, they will still fall behind by a couple of points, and it'll all come down to the 400 free.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better event where it comes down to the last meet of the evening.
In the water for the Cardinals, you have Kerwin White and Brandon Wilson swimming the exhibitions in 1 and 8. You have Branson Palser in lane 3, John Kutsky in lane 5, and Bradley Liminen in lane 7. Luke Strom, he's the only one in the water for the Pirates, but he is having a nice race.
Yes, he is.
And he should, as he hits the final turn, have no problem coming home with the win.
Well, it would have been nice for the Cards to be able to get a first place finish here, but as you mentioned, they're going to take a second and a third.
And a fourth.
Regardless, and a fourth.
So they should get 9 points to the 6 for Park Center. And that will put them in the lead. 84-82. Going to the final event of the night, the 400 free relay. If Park Center wins, even if they win, it'll be a tie. If they take first place, it's a tie. Anything else, Coon Rapids wins.
Correct.
But the Park Center team of Nicholas Scoff, Garrett Nelson, Pen Kang Yang, and Noah Drake will be in lane 4. Coon Rapids will have Timothy Plessel, Miles Pluger, Nick Leonard, and Patrick Schultz in lane 3. And in lane 5, Austin Frazier, Mark Dammel, Tate Andrews, and Alex Schmidt.
The last event of the evening. Well, it's always nice when it comes down to the last event of the evening and determining who's going to win the meet.
If my calculations are correct.
Is that Minneapolis math?
And I have not missed any DQs of any kind, as I did early in the meet.
Well, that was early.
That I believe the statement is true, that if the Park Center team wins, this will end in a draw. But if Coon Rapids wins, they win. Coach Marcia Ford with some instruction for her teams before they hit the water.
Second place, Jonathan Kutsky. And first place, Luke Strom of Park Center with a time of 1:13.87. The score following the breaststroke, Coon Rapids 84, Park Center 82.
Nice job, Joe Yudd. Right on the number. You get a gold star.
A gold star.
How you do?
It's about time I got one. After 18 years, I
I
finally
think you
earned
have
a
3.
gold
No, I
star.
think you have 3 over the 18 years. Yeah.
3?
Yeah. I'm right behind you. I have 2.
And a half.
And the half. Oh, that's right. Kind of like that half a skater from the other night.
In they go, and Austin Frazier in lane 5. He started the first event, the 200 medley relay, and got his team a big lead, and his team couldn't hold on to it. Now he's got a little more time in the water with a 100-yard free to get his team well in front. And he is doing very well at doing just that, getting out in front early and getting a big lead that he's hoping will not be
Yeah, he's got a nice size lead.
Yeah, will not be overcome by the rest of the Park Center team in lane 4.
Well, it's nice to have that kind of a cushion, but you're right, though. The rest of your relay team has to continue that effort.
Well, and again, we had a couple of DQs in the first relay, and that could change things.
Yes.
If somebody jumps early or... Mark Dammel.
Nice steady strokes.
Has a big lead, almost a whole length of the pool. And even Miles Pluger is challenging Garrett Nelson for that second place and does overtake him. Oh, and Nelson thought he was done.
Was hoping.
St. Andrews will get into the water with a giant lead.
Yeah, really is.
See Miles Pluger making his way back the other way, and there you see Garrett Nelson nearly being lapped by St. Andrews.
And he might, and I think he will be.
Pluger has hit the wall, got Nick Leonard back into the water, solidly in second place. Nelson hit the wall and got Penkang Yang in. And a lot of ground for him to make up. He's it's behind by nearly 50 yards. Not completely insurmountable, but...
No, but it'd be tough.
To say the least. He's almost 25 yards behind second place.
Yeah.
St. Andrews is done. Alex Schmidt is into the water. The anchor for the team in lane 5.
They used to call me the anchor, but
and I would say at this point, now he's more than 50 yards ahead. No chance that he will lose. Unless he cramps up. Down at the bottom, Patrick Schultz in for the anchor of that team. And he's about 50 yards behind as he and Schmidt hit the wall together for that turn. And Schultz is cruising to the finish. And Coon Rapids is going to get their first win of the season.
I'm glad we're here to see it. Nice job. Park Center held the lead for a little while.
Most of the night.
Yeah, and they did a good job towards the end of this event, end of this meet, to tighten it up and take go past
they led
them.
for the first 10 events. But Coon Rapids able to put the right guys in the lineup at the end of the meet to secure the win. And again, it's two teams that, just struggling for depth, aren't getting the numbers out that, there are programs in the Northwest Suburban that have 40, 50, maybe even a few more guys in the pool coming out for these swimming and diving teams. These guys, what was it, 12 for Park Center and
12.
17?
Yeah.
Or 19?
19, I think,
19
right?
for Coon Rapids.
And that'll finish a nice meet for them, as you talked about, getting their first win of the season. Certainly has to feel good no matter what the competition is. Get that win, especially to get your first win.
And if I am not mistaken,
and you rarely are, as we talked about,
96-84 will be the final score in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah, it was a fun event. Good to see the guys do well and get the win.
To look at what we have coming up for you here in the next week. Girls basketball coming up on Tuesday the 20th. Cardinals hosting Park Center. On Friday, it's wrestling. Cardinals hosting Champlin Park. And then on Tuesday the 27th, girls hockey against Champlin Park. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the Northdale Middle School pool. It's Coon Rapids 96 and Park Center 84. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Al Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.